Good afternoon. Strong power to connect the small things, Minister of SMEs and Startups, Park Young-sun. This is my second time to have a foreign press conference since I visited Northern Europe in June this year. It is a great honor for me to be with you, local and foreign journalists. For time saving, I will speak in English for my message and then translate Korean and English Q&A section. The Ministry of SMEs and Startups, after I said MSS, set the last week of November as K-Startup Week and ComeUp 2019 will take place in Seoul Dongdaemun Digital Plaza, we call the DDP, and in Busan Expo. ComeUp signifies sprouting and rising. We branded the venture startup competition, which has been held every year since 1997, like a Slush in Finland and Web Summit in Portugal. The MSS wants ComeUp to exceed the territorial limits and expand this event as a global festival, so we plan to make this event better every year. Especially this year, the Korea ASEAN Summit will be held in Busan, and in order to strengthen ties with the startups in 10 ASEAN countries, the Korea ASEAN Startup Expo ComeUp will take place at Expo in Busan on November 25th and 26th, and Global Startup Festival ComeUp 2019 will be held at Dongdaemun Digital Plaza DDP in Seoul from November 27th to 29th. Let me first give you an overview of the ComeUp 2019 event. Afterwards, Director General for Startup Promotion Policy and Director General for Global Market Policy will explain the details in turn. Next, I would like to explain the startup ecosystem in ASEAN region. The Korea ASEAN Summit will be held in Busan this November in celebration of the 30th anniversary of Korea ASEAN dialogue relations. In particular, it will be a critical turning point in startup cooperation between Korea and ASEAN. ASEAN is set to become the most dynamic and organic startup ecosystem in the future. Singapore ranks second in talent category for startups after Silicon Valley, according to Startup Xenome's 2019 Global Startup Ecosystem Report. Indonesia has 4 unicorns, including Tokopedia, maybe e-commerce, and among them, Gojek, a taxi booking company, is the first Indonesian unicorn company and also the first decacorn company with its over 10 billion in corporate value. Vietnam and Thailand also recognize the significance of startups in their economies and have been implementing a number of support policies for startups. The MSS will hold the Korean ASEAN Startup Expo, ComeUp and Expo in Busan for the 2 days from November 25th to 26th in order to strengthen cooperation with ASEAN startups. All stakeholders, including startups, global investors, and government officials in Korea and ASEAN countries, will attend this event to dive deeper into each country's startup ecosystem through the Innovation and Growth Forum, Startup Showcase, and IR, and have time to seek cooperative measures between Korea and ASEAN countries. In particular, We invited unicorns from Korea and ASEAN countries, which can serve as role models for startups as speakers. They will share their ample experiences and know-how with entrepreneurs who dream of becoming the next unicorn. It will serve as an opportunity for Korea-ASEAN startups to grow together. In addition, K-Beauty Festival will be held in connection with K-pop, where visitors can meet top beauty creators in Korea and ASEAN countries and experience beauty items. The K-Beauty will be a venue for sharing their cultures and growing together. Korea's startups ecosystem is making great strides. Korea has 9 unicorns and venture investment has increased by 25.5% compared to last year. As of August 2019, 2.8 trillion Korean won. Global Startup Festival, ComeUp 2019, is a place where all stakeholders, including global startups, investors, and the media come together and propagates Korea's startup ecosystem at home and abroad, which has been gaining momentum. The slogan for ComeUp this year is to meet the future. You can listen to various opinions in one place, including the emerging industry under the theme of 10 years later, lifestyle changes due to technology advancement, and startup preparing for 10 years. This year's event has 3 key words. First, global. We invited global speakers and startups and continue to promote our event overseas so that it will not be a local event only. In particular, since this year is the first global event, we plan to hold global programs, including export and investment conferences, the Korea-Sweden Social Ventures Forum, the Korea-ASEAN Startup Demo Day, and encore pitching for the slush winner in a bid to network and collaborate with diverse countries. Global giants like Google, Oracle, and BMW, and world-renowned universities that support startups, including Stanford University and Aalto University, will participate in the program and as key speakers. Second, led by private sectors like a Korea Startup Forum, earlier this year, an organizing committee led by private sectors was formed to utilize their experiences and know-how. Bongjin Kim, CEO of Korea's leading unicorn, Woo-Wah Brothers, is serving as chairman of an organizing committee with the startup experts including Viva Republic, Startup Alliance, and Future Play, and they organized this event. I think that the government-led paradigm is shifting to the private sector-led paradigm, finally win-win cooperation. Various entities, including conglomerates and startups, government and private sectors, and domestic and foreign countries cooperated with each other and planned and organized this event. Conglomerates such as Hyundai Motors in the mobility area and Amore Pacific in the beauty industry cooperated with the startup ecosystem. They collaborated with various events hosted by the organizing committee and private sectors in order to promote ComeUp event in advance. Globalization is the must, not an option for scaling a startup. There are more and more networking events for startups in the world. I will keep up efforts to hold the fruitful events that will help startups in line with this global trend. I hope that ComeUp 2019 will be a successful first step in order for this event to grow as Korea's leading global startup festival.